Hi, I'm Rachel Gable. I'm the assistant editor of the Fence Post magazine, and this is your Fair Cattle Markets update for the 13th of May. I almost applauded when this press release came across my desk. Governor Mark Gordon, who is the Wyoming governor, said today that Wyoming will end participation in federal supplemental unemployment benefits because Wyoming has businesses that are ready to go back, are ready to be open, and they can't find workers. And goodness knows if you've ever fed cattle or processed beef or any of those things, you know how difficult it is to find workers. The Unemployment Workers Act of 2020 is the one, well, it's the CARES Act. There's all kinds of different things, but it will no longer be available to claimants as of June 19th, 2021. A couple of the things it does, it adds $300 a month to unemployment, and it increases the number of weeks that people can be on unemployment from 26 weeks to 53, up to a maximum of 53 additional weeks. So that's quite a bit. Governor Gordon, I just scrolled right by it, said Wyoming needs workers. Our businesses are raring to go. I recognize the challenges facing Wyoming employers, and I believe it's critical for us to do what we can to encourage more hiring. Federal unemployment programs have provided short-term relief for displaced and vulnerable workers at a tough time, but are now hindering the pace of our recovery. People want to work, and work is available. Incentivizing people not to work is just plain un-American, Gordon said. In literally the next email that came into my inbox is President Biden supports a bill in Washington that will give overtime to farm workers. It's similar to the Farm Workers Bill of Rights here in Colorado that's dancing its way through the Senate, that would create a number of, that's the one I told you about, that would outlaw short-handled hose, and a certain type of cool water has to be available, and there has to be breaks and all kinds of different stuff. That's, while we certainly want to treat our workers well, sometimes it just doesn't work that way, to be able to have breaks like that and such. President Biden Tuesday congratulated the Washington State Legislature and the governor there, a Democrat, for signing 5172, Washington's overtime bill for agricultural workers. Let's see here. The Biden said that it will help more than 100,000 farm workers secure the overtime pay they deserve. Ag workers in Washington and across the country have helped carry our nation through this pandemic, working long hours, often at great personal risk, and it's time that they're paid for all the vital work they do. Went on to say that it is long past time that we, sorry, I can't see very well. It's long past time that we put all of America's farm workers on an equal footing with the rest of our national workforce when it comes to their basic rights. I urge Congress to pass 1177, the U.S. Citizenship Act, and the Farm Workforce Modernization Act so that we can extend those rights to farm workers in all 50 states. And literally, the next email, the House Ed and Labor is examining the farm worker exclusion from the labor law. And this is from a national one. So the House Education and Labor Workforce Protection Subcommittee, it's a mouthful, held a hearing titled Tracing the Racist Exclusion of Farm Workers, Domestic Workers, and Tipped Workers from the Fair Labor Standards Act. So several bills have been introduced to phase out overtime exemptions for ag workers and live-in domestic workers, and phase out the tipped minimum wage. So we are continuing to try to do different things when it comes to labor, but I certainly appreciated Governor Gordon saying, Wyoming needs workers. We have jobs, and incentivizing people not to work is just plain un-American. I'm Rachel Gable, and this is your Fair Cattle Markets update for May 13th. I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.